For the last 15 or 20 years, I've been working in the food industry, from anywhere as a cafe manager, restaurant kitchen manager, um, deli manager. Um, but I was even on the cusp of starting a catering business, and that was right around the time the pandemic hit. At the time, both the wife and I were working full time, and our kids were in school. We would come home. I would get home like around 3, and I would be able to, I guess, like be with the kids at home while the wife was at work. And she got out at 6 o'clock. So when the pandemic happened, the kids were out of school suddenly, and we needed somebody to stay at home. And because I lived further away from work, it was like anywhere from a 35-minute to a 40-minute drive, maybe 45 minutes depending on traffic, and the wife was like 5 minutes away, and she was really invested in her work at the time. So I decided to be the stay-at-home parent and try to create side hustles and just be with the kids at home for their education. So that gave us a lot of flexibility. And in doing all of that, I kind of got wrapped up in the role, and it's like a full-time thing. Anybody who's ever taken care of children know that for the most part, it's not like something that you can do like part-time or just not give it 100%, because they're your children. You wanna give them the best of yourself, like all the time, all day. You want to make sure they have the best food. You want to make sure they have the best experience, and that they're comfortable, but they're also learning. You're pushing them to grow, and that's kind of what I've been doing for the past like 4 to 5 years. Three of my oldest kids, they were playing academy soccer, and there was just like a lot of traveling. It was like to Savannah, Augusta, Milledgeville. It was just like all over Georgia, and that took up like a lot of our time, as a family, a lot of our free time. So we were on the road a lot, going to games. We would go to sometimes 2 to 3 games in one day, and bam, before you know, it was already Monday again. But anyway, that's been my life for the last like 4 to 5 years. And I'm at the point right now to where, like, as I'm getting older, like, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to give a little to myself, because I've given so much to my kids and everybody else that I kind of forgot about my dream. And my dream, when I was a lot younger, was I wanted to be a manga artist. At first, I wanted to be an animator, but then, like, I kind of fell in love with manga at the time and just storytelling. And so, like, I've always wanted to be a manga artist. I've been drawing my whole life, but it's never really been anything serious enough for me to push it beyond anything other than just a hobby. I would like go to art conventions or anime and manga conventions and stuff like that, and I would always talk to the artists on Artist Alley just to get an idea or insight on what it took to be able to commit to something like this. And one of the things the trend that I kept seeing was that a lot of them didn't really have young kids, and so while they were giving good advice, it was still almost impossible for me to apply or live the life the way I wanted to live life, because I had to think about like my children before I thought about myself, or at least that's what I thought I did at the time. And so like I either made excuses, or I was just like tired or burned out from like just parenting all day and then trying to like do side work or side hustle stuff or freelance stuff, and I never really had time to commit to art. I would draw for an hour here, an hour there, or let's just say I would probably draw for like a few months straight, and then I wouldn't draw for like 3 to 4 months. And that was one of the things that like it really bothered me. It was eating away at me every day. Like as I was getting older, it just seems like it was becoming harder and harder to fulfill that dream. But in 2025, as the end of 2025, November, December was coming around, I began to learn about affirmations and just the quantum, and I decided that, like, you know what? I'm not getting any younger. Let's just give this a shot. So for the last like 2 to 3 months, I've been drawing consistently, creating, just sketching, and just like falling in love with creating again. I've been reading books that have been, giving me good advice or encouraging advice, and also I've been using like Chat GPT to help me build a realistic schedule with everything that I was juggling, to be able to find time or carve out time to create, whether that was writing, drawing, sketching, reading manga or whatever. And so like in 2026, I have committed myself to go all in on my artistic journey. Like I said, I have some experience. I'm not a master. I'm not a professional. I feel like there's so much that I need to learn, or so much that I would like to learn in order to further my understanding of what it takes to be a mangaka. And for those of you who don't know what a mangaka is, pretty much just a manga artist or a comic book artist, what they call it in Japanese. And so like 2026 will be the year that I try to push myself and see how far I can go to like make this dream a reality. And I hope that you guys can just come along with me on this journey and just learn and grow together. Thanks a lot for your time, and I appreciate anybody who took the time to listen to this video. Let's just do this together, guys. Thanks a lot, and I'm looking forward to seeing how far we go on this journey. All right.